Good evening. So the sky today is actually quite beautiful. I'm trying to show you guys. Let me just click this thing twice and see if it works. There you go. It's quite a nice sky, isn't it? I think it's been a few days of a little bit like drizzly in the morning and then hot as hell in the afternoon, but the evenings usually tend to be quite nice. So I decided to do something totally different for dinner today. I had actually called them, maybe I called them a little too late to say don't give me my dinner, but they did eventually give me my dinner anyway. So today's dinner is like rice, fish, and hot dogs and cabbage. And so I decided not to eat dinner today and have something else because I was just sick of eating these bento boxes for the whole week. And every time I try to eat some of this, then eat something else, I end up being like too damn full. So guess what? I ordered a fat burger. I never tried it before. My friends kind of tell me like it's quite nice, and I'm just gonna give it a try and turn this into a food review video, I guess. So the unpacking experience is quite nice. You take it out, and inside the wrapper there is another layer that you can hold. That's quite thoughtful. Or fat burger. So the burger seems to be, just a meat patty and has a pickle and a tomato and some vegetables, and that's about it. Looks like there's some jalapenos in there. Or maybe it's just pickle. And I'm just gonna give it a bite and see how it tastes. It's juicy. I mean, the burger is like really springy. I like that. I like that kind of bun. And then the meat is nice and juicy. Yeah, the sauce is kind of yummy. And I'm guessing I haven't had a bite of the tomato and the pickles yet, so I'm gonna keep biting in and see how it looks. I mean, it's a burger, right? It's kind of hard to fuck up a burger. It has these like pickles in there. It gives it a nice like crunch and citrus taste. Yet you have this like fat and juicy meat. I give this, for its price, probably 4.5 out of 5 stars. So I didn't do much today. Once again, it's like just sitting in this bloody hotel room and there's nothing to do. I did some jumping jacks and sit-ups, and that's as much as I can do. Just being in here. I watched a few videos. I actually signed up for a few courses on Coursera and tried to like fly through it. And I'm like in week 3 of one of those courses already. I'm just trying to see what I can learn while just sitting here and not doing much. I guess the family's out swimming, which is a good thing. Yeah, they should get out and go do something. But I guess it's not easy on the wife, so thank you if you're watching this, wifey. This is definitely hard work for you too. It's not easy. So anyway, I don't have much else to share for today other than, I had my fat burger, which is kind of nice, but it's a little wasteful to have that much packaging, right? They have this thing, a wrapper, and then another wrapper, and also the paper bag. In the name of eco-consciousness, I kind of feel like this box, it's maybe not necessary. But I mean, maybe if this prevents the burger from being crushed, then I don't know. So since I'm talking about paper, maybe I just dive into it a little bit. I'm actually, personally, I'm not like an asshole who doesn't like care about the environment or what, but I think that the sudden switch to paper or switch away from plastic is really not well thought out. I think these companies are using it as an opportunity to kind of like say, oh, I'm not gonna give you a straw or a freaking plastic bag, you can pay 10 cents for this like stupid thing. It's at the end of the day, I don't think it was for the general good. I mean, all the videos of like turtle getting the straw stuck in their nose and the turtle die and all that crap. I mean, like, it's unless we live by the river or the sea, right? That doesn't really apply to these things that we have. I mean, sure, something could like fly into the river or fly into like Kallang Canal and get carried to the sea, but that's because you motherfuckers are just throwing it anywhere, right? But Singapore, I think, at a high percentage of us are relatively conscious, and we do trash our wastes properly into rubbish bins. And it just really annoys me that you go to somewhere and like, oh, can you have a straw? Oh no, we don't have straw here. I'm like, then how the fuck, maybe I can drink without a straw, but what of my kid, right? At least you don't want to give the straw by default. It still has to be an option for me to get a straw. Yeah, I mean, like, people say like you can carry a straw, but who the hell carries straws around? Like metal straws? How do you wash that thing? It's like a pain in the ass. So, you could try to wash a metal straw, but frankly, I don't know anybody who really does that. And so the sudden like switch to all paper stuff, like this freaking like paper straws, like come on guys, to make the bloody paper straw, I think takes more energy and causes more global warming than making a bloody plastic straw. The reason why the world has moved to plastic I recall this like I think maybe in the 80s, right? The whole world had kind of like switched away from paper cups. I still remember like these paper cups were everywhere, and then we switched to these plastic cups because of deforestation. And so, we like, oh, don't kill the trees, now let's make plastic. And then after now, oh, fucking plastic like kills like turtles, now let's kill the trees. So guys, make up your fucking mind that we, in one way or another, it's the consumption that kills the earth, not the type of consumption. Like, plastics are way more efficient because number one, plastics are cheaper to make. They use less energy to make than paper. They are lighter to transport, which is something that you should really consider, because things like this, like plastic cups and paper bags, they are not all made in Singapore. A lot of them are made in places like Indonesia, like Malaysia. It takes energy to carry this shit here, and that energy is also part of the cost to the environment. And I think it's really ridiculous that we stop using plastics and all that and switch to paper. I mean, if people really wanted to save the earth, like, then I don't know, like, what's the most efficient? Like, don't buy Starbucks in these plastic cups, right? Give me the paper bag that you get the kopitiam coffee from, your kopi C, and then they pack it in that plastic bag. That would be the most efficient, because that thing is like light. It takes very little material, and it costs very little to make, and it's not harmful to the environment. Singapore, we don't landfill shit, we burn it. So any of this stuff goes into an incinerator, and the incinerator, of course, is like, oh, if you burn plastic, there's like harmful gases. Yes, it has a catalyst and all that stuff to like filter all these harmful smog, and then the end product of the stuff that's being burnt then gets dumped into a landfill. So it's not like a lot of countries where all these plastics like go straight to a landfill, right? And I think that's really something we have to think about. It's very context sensitive, I would say. So thank you for listening to my rant, and enjoy your weekend.